You've stumbled into another nostalgic void. Drifting, searching with your rose-colored glasses. Fear not. What an Oddcast is here to guide you. With hosts Jared Minikheim, Anthony Denny, Michael Kennedy, and Sven Magnuson. Stay odd and hold on tight.
Welcome back to What an Oddcast. This is episode 281. I'm your intro man, Maverick.
I'm the brown one on Refney.
I am the Wizard, and I am here to talk today about nerdy things.
All right, Mogar, take it down a notch.
I am Jokey Pants. How y'all doing today?
Fucking tired.
Same. I'm a little bit tired today. I was super stressed out yesterday, so I'm just did not sleep well. So.
Yeah, you know, it's because you told your story that now your story is continuing.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what story?
You put in the chat about what's happening in April.
Oh, well, I mean, that's just like a small thing, but...
But no, you guys doing good. Jared, it is fucking downpouring snow here.
Is it?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's unfortunate for all of you. I'm sorry.
Man, I hope the next place you move to has snow.
Just so much fucking snow.
Might have an active volcano, depending.
That's insane. Just
I'll find out.
Just gotta do your best, you know, Stitch impersonation. I don't fucking know. I had something there, but I lost it.
I was at the Mavericks game. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we might be moving to Hawaii. I don't know, not sometime next spring, apparently. I'm not sure what island, but be somewhere over there.
lots of fun. Lots of fun.
So much fun. Anyway, how
Now you can break up the spam.
Yeah, there will be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doing good. Today at my job, like, the systems went down because, yeah. And apparently, when systems go down, everyone gets notified and is like, I'm going in today to do stuff.
Well, it is Friday as well, so...
Yeah, that's true.
So many people came in. I'm like, your systems are down. My boss was like, don't worry. We have paper forms you can fill out. Like, yay.
Exactly.
You know that cool information that gets automatically filled out? Not no more.
Isn't that just super fun?
Mm-hmm. It is oodles.
Oh.
And how about you, Maverick? Anything fun with you?
No. I had the week off, so... Not trying to say anything, but no. No, nothing really fun. I worked out way too much, and that was essentially my life for the past week, so...
If you follow us on TikTok at What an Oddcast, you'll know that Maverick went to go see Wicked in a empty theater.
Just
Lucky
by
him.
myself. So perfect.
Did
In
you
theater.
sing?
No, I didn't. Everyone thinks... Because Alex said the exact same thing. Her and Todd had that conversation. Be like, we thought you would sing along. One, no. I talked way too much shit. Two, I enjoyed it. Three, because I know the songs, I knew exactly where to go pee and get refills because it is a 2-hour and 40-minute movie, and I got there about 10 minutes early. So I sat in the theater for 3 hours, which is fine. So I was just the only one in there. So no, I was not going to sing along because I am not an asshole. So, but we were in. It was the went to the mall theater. Anthony, you remember how we went and saw the RPX when we went to see it Beetlejuice, and they had the bathroom in the back. Turns out Theater 6 has that same bathroom. So I was just perfect in every sense of the terms.
You were like, Jeff Goldblum's on screen. Now's the time to crank it.
No, it's Dancing Through Life and when they actually get to the Emerald City. So about 45 minutes apart. But yeah,
Fair,
so that was fun. I got a discount on the Alien Romulus pop because they're
random
that
cup that
merchandise. So, it was 20% cheaper than anything else, so that's what I got, and I was fine with that.
Hey, 20% off is 20% off.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I'm not gay, but $20 is $20.
If I showed this podcast some of the chats we've sent back and forth, they might not completely agree with your statement. Anyway.
Oh no, did I leave my pink open? Oh no. Sorry.
Oh, god damn it, Anthony. Or unwrap. He's over here just drying up paints. I did a thing this week while I was editing up a bunch of video stuff that you can go check out our Oddcast Network YouTube and you can know what I'm talking about there.
No, you're pretty sly with that.
Ha! I've been doing Sly Cooper 2. I recorded 5 videos over the weekend, and then I edited those up, and they're in short form. I didn't do streams. I'm just doing like breaking them up into parts. I'm doing a playthrough on that. But while I was editing, I went ahead and watched all the Wrong Turn movies, and Jesus fucking Christ, they get so bad so quick.
At the one with the hotel, did you get the edition with or without the faces?
That's the last one! That is 6. It is the last one. It is the worst, honestly, of all of them. The 5th one had, surprisingly, had Doug Bradley, who used to, for those of you who don't know horror, he used to play Pinhead in the original Hellraiser movies, but he played the dad of... Now this, I want to say this for speaking on this for this podcast.
Tree
If somebody knows, and they can explain to me, does 4 just fucking retcon everything? Because, like, it looks like the 3 characters from the first movie, but if that's the case, 5 and 6 follow those same characters, but it doesn't match the fucking timeline of what the first movie would have been, so I was so fucking confused, because I'm like, it feels like they just said, fuck it, and we're like, it's 4, but we're also gonna retcon / reboot and just keep going and not, like, actually reboot it.
I got your answer right here.
Oh, thank God. I was so fucking confused.
Number 5 is a prequel to the first one.
Then what the fuck is... you know what? It doesn't matter. They're bad. They're bad. The first one is what it was. It's the only one that actually had a Hollywood, like, release to theaters kind of budget. And then 2 was directly to sci-fi, and then they just continued to be directly to sci-fi, and they got really bad. But at least the second one's kind of funny, because you got Henry Rollins being like drill instructor kind of dude for a movie they're making, and then movie happens. But after 2 is when they just stopped giving up any kind of a fuck, and they got really fucking bad.
I love Wrong Turn 6. It is my favorite because it is garbage.
What is the dumbest
Michael? There is a murder in these scenes where a guy has been vegetated, and a woman smothers him with her pussy.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
She puts a pillow over his face and rides him till he dies.
That's the thing. They go from being a...
Have you been reading my
horror...
diary lately? How dare you?
They go from slasher horror to being softcore porn so quickly, and it's such a letdown.
You can see all the scenes on Pornhub, or at least you used to be able to. I don't know if you can nowadays.
I would fucking assume so, because 6, I tuned out with it trying to rewatch that one, because I'm like, this one is just straight up, somebody's like, I want to make a softcore porn, but I also want to make a Wrong Turn movie, and that was the outcome of that movie. It's just
bad.
dumb.
Sounds very bad. Damn, it's a cock.
It is. They explode a guy's guts out by shoving a hose up his ass. A fire hose.
It's not on
dumb.
Pornhub anymore.
It's so dumb.
Speaking
Anyway, thank you
of-
for clarifying it.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of movies, not to get off the wrong turn thing, but time to get off the wrong turn thing. We talked about this 3 weeks ago. The Robbie Williams biopic where he is a monkey.
Yes.
Have you seen? Like, it's got good ratings on Rotten Tomatoes because people have been paid for their reviews, and it is coming out now. It is not verified yet, but they're all saying the exact same thing, like a masterpiece from the director of The Greatest Showman, very innovative. Like, the ads coming from people that have been paid say the exact 4 same things.
The greatest
Budget.
movie ever seen.
Not that one yet, but I want you guys to take it. I don't know if you guys have looked it up yet, but the budget. Take a guess at what the budget was.
The budget was? Okay, so
Budget
it's
I think I
the
saw
whole
something
thing
about that.
is
Yeah.
a CGI ape
Monkey Man singing, yes.
singing. So they had I'm gonna say 260 million.
Less.
Jared, your turn.
3 million?
I said no. It's 100. It's 110 million. I'm just gonna give it to you guys.
There it
You guys
is,
can't
okay.
fucking guess worth shit. Apparently.
Nope.
Hey, I was gonna
Fantastic.
go to 100 next.
I'm
I got
pretty sure you're
numbers
you
confused.
you were double right. So far in limited release, because it didn't actually open nationwide until today, last night.
Shocking.
But limited release.
Yeah.
How much money y'all think that it made? Yes.
I'm gonna go with what Jared said, 3 million.
Yeah, it's 3.8 million.
That's where I
Yeah.
got confused. Okay.
Yeah, it made so underperforming, and now that like the box office reviews have come in, people on TikTok are like, yeah, no one here knew that. Like, it's not anything. It's never been anything, and we can tell people have been paid for their reviews because it has made jack shit. So it is going to be a giant bomb, which sucks because the director of The Greatest Showman, I know you haven't ever watched The Greatest Showman, right, Jared?
No, I have not. No.
You should, because it's very good.
Hugh Jackman.
But yes.
Wait, Hugh
And I know
Jackman?
Anthony is.
I might watch it then.
It's Hugh
I do enjoy
Jackman,
Hugh
Zac
Jackman.
Efron, and Zendaya. Come on now, it's very good.
Maybe.
That director will never get to probably direct anything ever again. Because
The problem is, it was I saw the biggest joke about it being Better Man, a movie that people found out that Robbie Williams was a real person.
yeah, this wasn't just like, here's the thing. Had this been like pulled from whole cloth and like, no, this monkey was genetically mutated or found out, kind of like, sing. That's kind of what I would like. This monkey can just sing, like, and we taught it English and it's smart and shit. I would have been fine with that sci-fi biopic, but not actual person who didn't think of himself as a person because he was so outraged on cocaine that he had to do a monkey biopic. I don't. That's I'm
Let me
good.
look up.
I'm good. It's so bad. So
It is. It's very bad.
there's also just no good movies in theaters right now besides the ones that we've already seen. So the movie corners is very light. But I wanted to get that off because, like, I for some reason every so often I get on that algorithm of the Better Man thing, and I'm like, I don't want to be on this. I gotta skip like 4 videos.
Dude, it's just like Robbie's like, I'm not crazy. My reality is different from yours.
Yep, because you were high on
That's not
cocaine.
I just
Okay.
What
googled
is he,
cringe
Stephen
I'm
King?
crazy quotes.
Yeah.
No, it's not Stephen King because there's no children involved.
That's
Come on, Richard Bachman.
problematic. I did also watch through Chainsaw Man because people seem to like, because everywhere I go there's
so
merch
glad
for
you
it in
watched Chainsaw Man.
stores. and I'm like,
Denji.
all right, this is popular. I'll watch it. What the fuck? That might have been the stupidest fucking plot
Jared,
for a main character.
Wait, Michael.
What?
So the main character Denji.
He's got a chainsaw face, right?
Yes, he can. He can pull on the string on his heart, and he becomes a chainsaw demon. What do you think his motivation to work at this place is to kill other demons?
Money? Is it dumber than money?
It's dumber than money.
Jared?
Does he? Hang on, no, I get 3.
Okay, you get 3.
All right, you
Does
get 3.
he want to be king of the demons?
That would have been good.
I get 4. I get 4. I don't want 3. And then, is it so? It's money, king of demons, or is it for some chick he wants to bang?
That's
one?
basically it. Yeah. It's simpler than that, but that's
the
about
big
right.
3.
He wants to feel boobies.
Oh,
Yeah, the
we'll say.
first
Can I
half
be
of the
Chainsaw Man?
series, it's the first half of the series is literally just everyone ripping on him is like, we're devil hunters because like we take this seriously and like they're a danger, and you just want to touch boobs. So like he keeps getting into fights and nearly dying, and then gets stronger because he's like, I need to touch boobs. That is my only reason.
Listen, I'm not going to here to yuck anyone's yums, but that's the only reason I'm doing this gym transformation challenge. Like, me and him got very similar motivations. I think I should watch this fucking anime now, because I think I would relate hardcore.
Mike, I think you would enjoy it.
I know I would.
Fun.
I know
Plus,
I would.
Makima, the lady, you would be like, yeah, I can see why. She's very much like good boy.
I mean, she's
God,
very
yeah,
attractive.
That's all I need. All I need. But yeah, that's the whole reason I'm trying to lose weight myself. So, like, I
touch Makima's boobs.
Same, yeah. Apparently,
I couldn't
really.
I couldn't take that. I watched it. I watched all 12 episodes, but like I couldn't take it seriously for the fucking life of me.
No, it's not meant to be taken serious. It honestly is a great anime. I would say it's a really good, like, not round level, just because it's kind of silly.
I love the devil designs. Like all the monsters were really awesome. It's just the main character's thing. I was sitting there just going, "Are you fucking what the fuck? Are you serious? Like this is all he's gonna do?"
How the devils work is that there's these entities that are fears, and the more people are afraid of something, the more powerful it is.
Yes.
I mean, that's an entire season of Power Rangers, but we won't get into that right now. So Japan's really playing on the tropes, yeah, which is fine.
So I'm not to like spoiler or anything because I'm not gonna because who knows.
You're fine.
But can you imagine how strong the devil chainsaw is? The chainsaw devil is.
Right. Yeah, no.
Fear of chainsaws.
Yeah. Yep. Probably pretty powerful. Not One Punch Man level, but pretty close to that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, also, Sergeant Redacted is dead to me as far as recommending any shows ever again now.
Why?
That's what I learned.
Well, there were 2 girls in 1 cup.
What conservative ass bullshit propagandic show did he force you to watch?
Did you watch Yellowstone?
Oh my god, did you watch Yellowstone?
Actually, I did end up having to watch the last bits of the finale on Yellowstone because he was already watching it. He's like, yeah, it's the last couple episodes.
Yellowstone is so fun. I love Yellowstone.
I enjoyed it.
You should watch Suits because I think you would like Suits.
I like Suits.
I love Suits. Suits is so much fun.
It's like a non-gangster show.
It really is.
No, so I brought this up to the guys here, but for everyone at home, Sergeant Redacted had been watching a different anime called Beastars, and he's like, "Oh yeah, you need to watch this new season with me." And then it ended on a cliffhanger, and I was super mad at him. And he's like, "It's okay, we only have to wait a year." Yeah, Netflix just came out, and the show got canceled, so there will be no final season. And I was like, "You fucking son of a bitch! I get that fucking cliffhanger, and they cancel it."
I mean, I think it's an anime, so a manga, so you could just get a book.
Yeah, but then I'd have to try to find it.
You're close to the motherland. Just fucking
Yeah.
order it from Japan, asshole.
Yeah, get fucking. Let's go get it. Get into a canoe and go.
Yeah, he
Fucking
saw a
row,
thing
row,
about
row
like
your
I guess
boat.
it got canceled, so they're not gonna be able to do a final season for it, and I was kind of upset.
I want to talk about
Bruno.
Futurama now that we're talking about cartoons.
There we go.
I sent something to Jared where it was like a meme. It was like the 5 saddest episodes of TV, and number 3 was Futurama's Jurassic Park, which, when it came out, was a kind of sad episode, and that is in season 3, I do believe. I think, is it 2?
It might be 3. I want to say 3 sounds correct, but
I don't want to look it up right now because my phone's using the hotspot, so it'll just take bandwidth.
gotcha.
So, Anthony, my resident looker upper.
Already on it. Season 5, episode 2.
Season 5. Okay.
Okay, so
4, episode 7 in season 4.
Jurassic Park.
Yeah, there's
It
two
depends.
conflicting things.
It depends on what streaming service you're using it on, because a lot of them.
I'm gonna go with Wikipedia
Switch
that says
things
season
around.
4, episode 7. So season 4.
That sounds about right. Do you know what happens in the subsequent 6th season? In Bender's Big Score, part 3 and 4, you realize and learn that what is his name? What's the dog's name?
Seymour.
Seymour
Seymour Ashes.
had a amazing life with Fry, and like lived to be the ripe old age until Fry became Mars, froze himself, and at that point in time, that is when Seymour was carbonated and froze when Bender blows up Panucci's pizza. And
Yes.
I hate when people say that, because like, was that a sad episode at the time? Yes. Is it a sad episode now? Kinda.
No.
It really has a hollow effect, because if you were to actually continue to watch the show at all after it got canceled, so you're looking for like the 4 made-for-TV movies essentially. So you have Bender's Big Score, Beast with a Billion Backs, hang on. Bender's Big Score, Beast with a Billion Backs, Into the Wild Green Yonder, and Bender's Game. After you watch that, you realize that it's not a sad episode. And I hate that people keep saying it's a sad episode. Now, it's a sad episode out of context, but if you take the whole thing, it's fine. Stop putting that on that fucking list. There's better TV out there and sadder TV episodes, you pieces of shit.
Everyone knows the best Futurama sad episode is Luck of the Fryrish.
Luck of the Fryrish is such a much sadder, like named for his uncle to carry on his spirit. Fucking wrecks you. It wrecks you.
Yeah,
It's so much worse.
That is my favorite episode of Futurama.
I love
and I have
Luck
a
of the
fucking
Fryrish.
stutter.
Luck of the Fryrish.
Edit.
I watch Futurama every night before I go to bed, so like it's just on my phone. So like, it used to be Johnny Test, now it's Futurama. There isn't a Futurama episode that I couldn't tell you the exact plot of, just basically by the name. So I hyperfixated on that far too much.
All right.
No,
I have
to test you now.
Let's see, I'm just gonna get a random one. Let's see.
Yeah.
Bending in the Wind.
Okay, so Bending in the Wind. What season?
Season 3.
Okay, so this is the one where Bender gets hurt and goes on a cross-country tour with Beck, where the people follow, his group follows him in an excavated old VW van. Zoidberg pukes up pearls that are like psychedelic pearls, and that's how they sell them to get money to go across country. And then at the very end, they do Band-Aid, which is for all broken down robots. And then for some reason, Bender just starts working again. He gets fucked up. This is actually where they introduce his real big thing with magnets. So there's a can opener that like has a magnet that Bender gets stuck to, and then it can opens his chest to make him springy. And this is where you learn that he kind of wanted to be a folk country song too. So every time he's got a magnet near him, he becomes a folk country singer. Next.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. I'm getting Okay. Spanish Fry.
Spanish Fry is very, very misleading. This is the one where the gang goes to the Pacific Northwest for a camp out, and they're looking for Bigfoot. They eventually find Bigfoot in the end after Fry is abducted for his human horn, which is his nose, which is an aphrodisiac for alien. And the best part is he's abducted by poachers, and the poachers look like Elmer Fudd but with an alien. And guess who buys Fry's human horn? It's Lur, ruler of the planet Omicron for CIA. Okay, because he's trying to rekindle his relationship with Unda, and it doesn't work. And so then they learn about the human's lower horn or penis, and so they try to rekindle it. And at one point in time, Leela tries to sing the most romantic song in the world, which is "I Will Always Love You" by Celine Dion, which arouses Bigfoot and causes Bigfoot to come into the clearing where Unda and Lur basically do it in front of Bigfoot.
That might be the
Yeah,
most.
I thought I could throw you off of that one, but the fact you're like that one's a red herring. Here's the actual plot.
Next.
Oh God. Okay, let me see.
Give me one more. Don't do any from the newest seasons because I wouldn't be able to do those. 'Cause I haven't watched them. So like, whatever the 2 newest seasons are.
Okay, let me see. Let me just try and think.
I know.
Okay,
Bad,
how
isn't it?
about that darn cat?
Oh, that darn cat. So, in celebration of Amy getting her doctorate, she parties too hard and basically misses her thesis, where Dr. Katz, who has a cat who Amy is allergic to, basically calls her idea a stinking piece of garbage. And her idea is a perpetual motion machine, which is the earth spinning. And so they're going to try to harness the power of the spinning earth. And then Dr. Katz is actually a puppet designed for dogs, modified to be used by cats. And so Dr. Katz is actually the cats. And so they harness the power of the spinning earth to make their home off in wherever spin by using ancient Egyptian pyramid shit or whatnot. And then eventually Amy gets her doctorate by spinning the earth the opposite way, and so now the earth turns in the opposite direction and everything's fine because she's like who cares? And they're like, yeah, you're right, who gives a shit?
I was gonna say the first line of the plot. Now remember, I could have picked any episode randomly.
Yeah.
Amy prepares to defend her doctoral dissertation in applied physics. The exact same sentence, basically, that Mike started with. And that's why I threw my hands up because I'm like, it's like you were reading it, but there's no way you could find that quick.
All right, do one more, we can move on. I just want to prove to you, I told you, this has been bad. Okay, I don't have a life.
Let's see. Okay, what about? No, that one actually is pretty obvious.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to find one that. Okay, Ghosts in the Machines.
So Ghosts in the Machines is actually kind of a stupid one. It's one of my least favorite ones. Basically, they go to parade day, the parade day parade, and it's all these big parade floats and everything. And what happens is the Jamaican float, which is covered in fog, gets too close to the Doritos float, which flings a Dorito at Zap Brannigan's float, causing the world to fall. It starts rolling towards a paleontologist who has a really fun shirt that says "Paleontologists do it in the dirt," and a robot who are discussing it. And Fry has to choose between the robot and the man. And as he's running, he's like, "I'll save one of you," and chooses the human, crushing the robot. That pisses Bender off. Bender then kills himself in a suicide booth who he used to date. And so it's murder, not suicide. So he ends up going to robot hell. And the robot devil tells Bender he'll give him his life back if he kills Fry, because Fry, if you guys remember, switched hands with the robot devil when he was trying to create the opera for Leela.
Yes.
There's a bunch of spiritual shit with the preacher thing and giving Fry a firewall. Bender possesses a bunch of electronics and scares Fry, and then Fry moves to the Amish homeworld where there's no electronics until they come to visit him, at which point in time the robot devil visits Bender, who's staying with Fry, and Fry realizes Bender was there, and Bender was always the one that was trying to kill him through the possessed electronics. But they forgive each other in the long run.
During an accident at the annual parade day.
The parade day parade. Because it used to.
No. I just want to say, you basically got, again, the first sentence near identical.
So bad. I have no life, guys. This is my life.
No, that's just autism. I could tell you anything about. You name a random Transformer, I could tell you their whole backstory. So don't worry.
That's fair. We'll do that another episode. We've talked about this too long already. It's funny.
I mean, I would hope so with all the Transformers you got behind you, but you know.
I don't know. I got a new one.
Of course you fucking did.
His name is Galaxy Shuttle.
How dare you?
He turns into a train
Boop,
and
boop.
a spaceship.
Boop, boop.
Yeah, I'm train. That's what I'm fidgeting with. This what I'm sponsored by today is Galaxy Shuttle.
This particular Transformer. Another TV show that I used to be really into, but have since dropped off because I'm just kind of waiting for them to actually find the treasure of Oak Island, is The Curse of Oak Island. Did any of you guys ever watch The Curse of Oak Island?
I don't know.
I've seen it.
I watched the first 7 seasons religiously and just kind of tapered off. I catch like a new episode every so often, but I don't. It's like one of those ones where I don't feel like I should actually watch it till I know the outcome.
What's it called?
The Curse of Oak Island.
Curse of Oak Island, yeah.
Okay, I was having I was looking for Oak Island.
No, Oak.
Wow.
Oak Island. That one. And I'm like, it's like The Curse of Oak Island. I'm like,
Yes.
is that it?
It is it. That is exactly it. There's 12 seasons, and they still haven't found a treasure yet. On this little island off the coast of Nova Scotia called Oak Island.
Just get everyone stand the length of the island with a stick and start walking forward, poking the ground.
Listen, I need you to just watch the opening at some point in time, Anthony, because you're not far off from what they've been trying to do. So
yeah,
that's fine. But there's 12 seasons. They still haven't found it. What I like is Rick and Marty Lagina, who are the 2 brothers that are doing this. Do you know where they're from?
I don't
Scotia?
know.
What?
Nova Scotia?
No, they're from Michigan. They're from Muskegon. They have like a realty and a construction business in Muskegon. So it's why
real ass people.
Yes, they're real people. It's why it's very easy for.
Oh my God! This is a documentary on History Channel.
Yes.
Well, it's not. Yes.
I thought
it
this
was
was
fake?
like.
No,
Yes.
no. This is real. You don't.
That makes it worse. They're looking for Bigfoot on this island.
No, they are not looking for Bigfoot on the island. They are looking for the Oak Island treasure.
They're looking for treasure that was buried by pirates and has many booby traps, and that's why they haven't found it yet.
Pirates did not bury treasure.
Well,
this one has a legend that they did.
They've actually found lots of treasure on this island, pointing them that it might actually be true. This isn't like Ancient Aliens. Like, there's like facts and proof.
Yeah, it's been handed down through many people that have tried, and there's the curse is that people keep like dying or misfortune happens.
The curse is what 9 people have to die before the treasure can be found, and like they have to die while hunting the treasure, and 8 people have died thus far. So
And one of the bros can't take the L.
that's basically it. There's lots of other people helping them at this point now, and some of them are getting up there in age, so it's only a matter of time, especially if we get 3 more seasons of this shit.
I'm on the Wikipedia page. It's been running since 2014.
Yes, it has been.
Literally, January 5th, 2014. 10 years and 5 days.
Damn.
Like, if we did this last week, it would have been not 10 years yet.
Yeah.
But I just want to say, the things that they've found.
It's been, like, I started watching this in college, guys, so...
this is why I don't believe this.
Uh-huh.
Listen to this list. So they found a Spanish copper coin.
Yep.
Believed to be dated to the 17th century.
Yep.
A yet-to-be authenticated Roman sword.
Yep.
A supposed 12th century manuscript. A small piece of material that may be a piece of an old book.
Sure.
A human bone fragment of Middle Eastern ancestry. A lead cross with a square hole on top of it. A brooch of 400 to 500 years of age.
Yep.
A claimed Roman-era shipwreck. There's a lot of claiming and yet to be and supposes.
When's the last time that Wikipedia article was updated?
That's a good question.
Because they found so much more shit.
January 9th, 2025.
Oh, so yesterday. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
That's probably someone who's like, oh, it's been on for 10 years. Let me update that real quick.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Sorry, I'm just going through what I want to talk about.
See, it has more factual evidence going for it than people who hunt Bigfoot, and it's just, look at that heat signature. That's not normal.
Yeah.
You say this shot a piece of rock? This could be.
I don't think there's actually like
Bigfoot's
treasure, but I do think there's like treasure, like what you would consider exactly. There's not treasure, but there's treasure. So, but yeah, that's been going on for long. I dropped off a long time ago, and then I just saw a meme because like it is a very History Channel like World War II coded show, and so the meme was like, these guys need to hurry the f up and find this treasure because I'm getting sick of watching this with my father every Wednesday. So and like it's like on the History Channel, and and all that stuff, and it's like one of those things where like they'll run every episode ever like once a year leading up to the new season, and it's just fucking wild. Yes, Anthony, you look confused.
I'm now just looking into the Oak Island mystery. Here are 2 investors and explorers into this.
Yeah, Rick and Martin Lagina.
No, other ones. Franklin D. Roosevelt.
Yeah, Frank Roosevelt did that, yeah.
And John Wayne.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna find that treasure, pilgrims.
Pilgrim, that's exactly it, right?
And William Vincent Astor, heir to the Astor family fortune after his father died on the Titanic.
Yep.
What a way to forget about your father's death.
I got money now. Let's look at this planet. Let's look at this island.
They've done a lot to the island, though. The Laginas have, like, they have a whole museum there dedicated to, like, Nova Scotian culture and stuff like that. And they have, it's very nice because they have to get, they have to go through the Canadian government to do anything. So they were shooting during COVID. Like, they did 2-week lockdowns and shit like that during COVID. So like, full on through, they've been going.
Privately owned island with now, personally, if I had a privately owned island, I would definitely say that there's treasure on there. People can look. It'd be $40 a day. Here's a shitty shovel. Go crazy.
Terrible.
Obviously, Anthony doesn't believe, and that's fine. But I do think that you should watch a little bit of the show, and I think you would become a believer. It is not like Ancient Aliens, who now that's becoming more. And see, the issue is like now that's becoming more of a documentary. So
yeah, well,
did his hair finally come down to the ground?
No, we just found the interdimensional travel under the water. So where the aliens are at.
Send me to the universe that's full of cat girls.
Okay. Anyway,
I'm gonna boo you off the stage. I'm gonna boo you.
You're gonna boo me.
I'm
off the
gonna
stage?
edit in a gunshot, and it's gonna be just
gonna
us
do it?
shooting you
You
for
gonna
that
do it?
horrible fucking
You
joke.
don't have the fucking.
Yeah,
That's
see,
fine.
yeah.
I wish there was a way to block him so he couldn't get back in. It'd be funny as shit if we could, if you wouldn't let him back in, or if, like when you left, you had to give control over to someone else. And so,
Make a note
in-
here. 39 minutes. Add gunshots.
The funny thing is, I had the power to end it for everyone, and I'm like, oh, if this was like the ending of the podcast, easy.
right?
Well, Anthony, now that you made that terrible thing, as much as I don't watch this thing, but it is part of it's all over like the social medias and pop culture, and people who don't even watch this thing are even making fun of it because it honestly was probably the dumbest fucking thing ever. What a way to really help kick off the year. No, so Netflix has their deals, so they started doing the wrestling now because they made a deal there, and boy, they kicked off their event. Yeah, they kicked off the event, having Hulk Hogan come out to be like
A man that hasn't
"We're
been
starting
relevant in
Raw,
30
brother."
years.
He got booed by fucking everybody the whole time he was out there.
The whole fucking time he was out there, he was getting booed. Yeah, it's fucking
I'm here to
amazing.
talk about how minorities are bad.
Yeah, basically.
The best
Sell my
part to that.
beer.
The best part was literally when he came out, as they started booing, he was like, "You fans have been my best tag team partner." Meanwhile, it's just boo.
You guys are great.
Boo. Boo.
Yeah, it was a total shit show. Like, it was not a great anything that they did to start off.
Ladies and gentlemen of the audience, I'm just gonna let you know, if there's anyone, and I mean anyone, who ever sells something as real American, they are a scamming piece of shit.
He's a real American.
Like real American beer.
Every man. Not anymore though. Now he just fights to stop unions and does terrible things.
Oh, he's always done that.
Oh, it's just he's just a giant piece of shit like he's always been. The only reason that was famous is because of Vince McMahon, and he was the second to worst part of that entire documentary.
Correct.
Next to Vince McMahon himself.
And remember, the worst part, he's a narc, and we don't like narcs.
He is a narc.
Yeah, he did.
He told on everyone else that did
We're on the same box as Tim Allen.
Basically. That's another thing that I saw is someone was like the Santa Claus is the greatest Christmas movie over like Elf and things like that. Someone quoted like, "Do you know this man's like not good, right?" And she's like, "Nuh-uh." And then she went on, and her next video was like, "I didn't know anything." Like I knew him from Toy Story, from Santa Claus. I didn't know, and so like, yes, educate yourself.
He's just started I just saw a commercial for it because YouTube and their because YouTube and their fucking commercials. But he's doing another fucking sitcom now, and it's like, why do we keep signing him to do sitcoms?
When the fucking commercial came up, I'm like, so Last Man Standing was canceled, so he made Last Man Standing 2.
It wasn't canceled. It was critically successful, and none of the actors wanted to go for another season, and so they just decided to not renew it. And then 2 years later, yes, he had this in the works while he was filming the last season of Last Man Standing. It just took longer to flush out the details. But here's the thing, and you hate him for all you want. He's a good sitcom actor. So, like, since Home Improvement, he's been like consistently bringing in the good ratings, and so he is very easily a person that many production studios can rely on for good numbers.
Do you know who Kat Dennings is married to as of 2 years ago?
Yes, but the name escapes me.
Andrew W.K.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Party, party, party. I want to have a party. Party, party, party. So,
I did not know that.
Mr. Destroy, Build,
Destroy,
Destroy
build,
himself.
destroy. That's what it was. I would say, like, I don't know, Kat Dennings.
It's a similar energy. So,
Yeah, because she's a very attractive lady, and I was on Wikipedia. I'm like, let's find out more about her. It's like spouse Andrew WK. I'm like, huh?
the
Makes
Andrew
sense.
WK.
Yeah.
Party, party,
I had to
party. I want to have a party.
I had to click on. I'm like, this can't be the same Andrew WK as Andrew WK, right?
There is.
That's a weird fucking match.
Yeah, but when he's not hopped up on cocaine, I bet he's a very loving husband.
Dude, next fucking Heidi Klum is gonna be married to Fred Durst.
He just did it all for the nookie. All right, we all know. He made it clear.
Same.
Where were you born? 86. Okay, that's good.
In the music realm, there was a news thing that I had come up. It's more of a sad thing, and like, so there's a band called Mushroom Head. Those of you who do know them, you probably know Jeffrey Nothing. He used to be one of the singers in the band, but then he left. He just found out he got diagnosed with cancer, and it's really sad because his wife just died recently from cancer. So I hope he can make a recovery. But that was something that came out. So
wife, and that's better.
Well, but he has a daughter, so it's like I don't it's
How old's
it's
the
rough.
daughter?
She's an adult, but still.
Okay.
Still.
That's fine, I guess. Yeah.
But no, he
wish him,
came out that he got diagnosed with the same
painless
thing,
and
so I
quick
hope
recovery. Wait, like
yeah.
the same cancer or like a different cancer?
I'm pretty sure it's the same. I think it's pancreatic cancer.
If I was his daughter, I would be getting tested every 3 months.
Fucking for
like,
real.
Seriously, like now, quit drinking the water, whatever they were having for dinner most nights. Like, I would completely change my lifestyle.
As someone who fathers had cancer, basically you get when they get diagnosed, they're like, all right, 10 years before their age, you got to get checked.
Fair.
Yeah.
So like I have to get, even though I won't get thyroid cancer because it was probably the smoking and the radiation from the radios that my dad worked in the military. Probably won't get cancer, but I still have to get checked. Be like, God, I hope I get to keep my thyroid. I'm attached to it.
Yeah, if I lose my thyroid, I'm just gonna get fat again, and then Heather will have to kill me. So.
No, you can take pills.
No, I'm really bad at that. So that's just put a hole in the back of the head.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, if you don't take the pills, you die.
Then I would, but then Heather wouldn't be able to put a bullet in the back of my head. I wouldn't deprive her of that.
So you can get killed. Because then it's not suicide, it's murder.
Well, yeah, that's true. The payout's a little bit different. So.
God damn it. God damn it.
So I know Anthony hasn't watched Creature Commandos yet, but that finale, huh? God damn. So good. So I have so much respect for the bride. I was hoping that would be exactly what happened. I didn't know how it would happen, but I'm so glad it did.
Honestly, the way that they did the ending, I didn't see that coming.
I did from a mile away.
I thought it was going to be more like I thought it was going to be a little bit different. I thought that they had the wrong info and that it was because of things that were going to happen that it would cause whatever. Like I didn't see the actual way it went because I just wasn't thinking in that sense.
Didn't have your eyes open.
Yeah, apparently not. I thought I had figured out what was going on, and then the actual finale came around, and I was like, oh no, I was off. I was thinking I was thinking differently than what they did.
Once they introduced Clayface, I knew exactly what was going to happen, and then I knew spoilers, Anthony. I knew once Nina was stabbed that I knew how the ending was going to progress with the bride. I wasn't expecting how it happened, like with the bullet through the fucking skull, which was perfect, but I knew she wasn't going to live past that, and Polkistan was going to need a new ruler. Because, like, the issue is I knew something was up when the creature commandos went back to Polkistan or whatever, and they had that futuristic weapons all of a sudden. I was like, oh, so it's not total bullshit. Like, you can see, like, the red flags everywhere. But yeah, like, just that was, and just fuck it ends, and then, like, when the bride gets her, and we got King Shark. King Shark come for season 2. I'm so excited for King Shark.
They showed a couple different characters.
King Shark?
No, he is. It's not the same actor. We don't know who the actor is yet. So.
Well, I mean, like, is it like gonna be the big dumb guy?
Yes.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be a big dumb. Yeah, because
it's not gonna be like Harley Quinn, the Marvel of Harley Quinn or whatever. It's not gonna be like a smart King Shark. It's going to be Makawi or whatever.
That's what James Gunn had was saying when this series was coming out. He's like, anything I do here will be canon for things. So like anything. So like the characters that we got from Suicide Squad or from Peacemaker there, like any of those characters that you see come back in, that he's saying those are all the things that he's going to keep as canon. So it was the same King Shark, just big dumb.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was curious just because I didn't know.
Sure.
I don't know. It was fun. James Gunn, so far from everything I've seen him doing with DC, it feels like this is what they should have had going on before and not done their fucking Justice League bullshit that they did.
What I love about it.
God damn.
One more thing about Creature Commandos is G.I. Robot comes back too, and that makes my heart so happy. I was but like in a way upgraded body. It's fucking amazing. I can't wait to see blow up Nazis.
As we all should be.
Marvel is a much more serious toned comic, whereas DC, I mean, for God's sakes, you have your moments, but you have wild villains that you can play with, and you can do it in such a way where it can be fun and dark at the same time. And James Gunn has just found that balance yet again, as we've seen with Peacemaker, like just really good, really, really good.
Yeah.
I'm not a big Superman person. I never have been. However, seeing from what I've seen so far and knowing that he's doing this one, I have a little bit more like, you know what, this might actually be like a good movie. Like, I may not completely miss it.
I'll be seeing Mike and I for sure will be seeing it when it comes out.
Just to make sure that it hits the box office numbers it needs to hit in order to make the next one. Like, you got to support the first one. We've talked about this at length. If you want more, you have to at least support the first one. So I will at least support the first one.
Like,
it also makes me... Oh, yeah.
I bought Pac-Man World because I want Pac-Man World too. I don't give a shit about Pac-Man World, but I want the second one. So I bought the first one to be like, hey, look, people are interested. It just needs to make more than $67 million.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, it will. When's it come out? It's coming out soon, right?
Superman. By the way, the joke with that is that was
Justice League,
Man of Steel's.
Yeah.
That movie just.
We'll talk about that movie.
Let's talk about the Snyderverse.
July. Okay,
so it's gonna be a summer blockbuster. That's a good thought for it then. Yep. So
no, it's gonna do very well.
Yep. The only one I'm a little curious about now is the Supergirl one, for Woman of Tomorrow.
Yep.
Is it because of Lobo?
See, I am curious that they got Lobo coming in with that. So,
well, it's because when James Gunn casts a character, he uses an actor that would make sense, like Lobo Jason Momoa for Lobo, as opposed to Zack Snyder, who's doing the opposite just to be contrarian. Like, for example, Jason Momoa was Aquaman.
Yeah, that was a weird. That was a weird one. He's a good Aquaman though. I enjoyed his Aquaman.
I like that Gunn made him Lobo though, because That was like his thing when when Momoa talked to DC, was that he wanted to do Lobo, and then we got Snyder being like, no, you're gonna be Aquaman instead. And it's like, but he was like very firm on like a character he wanted, and you just really fucked him over. Like, no, you're gonna do this instead. So I'm glad to see Gunn come back around and be like, you wanted to play this character? You got it. You get it, bud.
Damn straight. Yeah, no, James Gunn knows what he's doing. He's proven multiple times that he knows how to make a superhero movie.
He thrives in the weirdness of DC.
Just so happy to see Guy Gardner's Green Lantern.
I am so glad that stupid fucking hair.
Nathan Fillion is going to be so fucking good, and I cannot wait. And for some reason on Max, they're trying to push the extended extended cut of Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern to me. I was like,
extended cut?
An extended cut. I don't know what's in it.
There was an extended cut.
Okay.
I'm not gonna watch it. I can't. I don't have the time or energy. But
Lantern. Extended cut.
That existed.
Differences.
Yeah, please. What are the
This
differences?
is one more scene where he's training with fucking Jude Law or some shit.
I mean, you go to movie-censorship.com, and it gives you a scene-by-scene breakdown that's different. That's too much.
Yeah.
Let's go to Reddit.
You're gonna be like, oh yeah, it's actually a better movie with the extended cut. It makes a lot more sense.
Fuck off. Fuck right off.
This person. I mean, it adds a little better context to certain elements of the movie. A little bit more character. If you've never seen the theatrical cut and you want to give the movie a chance, this is how to watch it.
I would believe that.
More character relationships.
The worst mistake my dad ever made was taking us to that movie.
Oh, why should we watch it? Okay, monkeys fighting robots.co.
Monkeys, okay.
Cool.
It's from 2011.
Oh God.
I don't think I'd trust anything from 10 years ago at this point. So
almost 15 years ago.
That's fair.
Oh, we're old. It's okay.
And so wait, this was the original Snyder cut.
Yes.
Tying it all back.
The new Wolfman's also coming out soon too. I
thought it was already out. For some reason. I thought it was already out for some reason, but
fucking excited for that movie.
I'm very curious, cause that's the same guy who's been doing these like new Universal stuff. Cause he did like the Invisible Man and whatnot, and he's just been like going through the list of the Universal monsters and remaking them in this way.
I like how it's kind of like an infection. I like a good alternate take.
Yeah, that is the thing. Because he had,
by the way.
What?
Leigh Whannell.
Oh, thank you.
The director.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was something that he talked about. Because I watched the like trailer behind the scenes thing, and they were showing the makeup, prosthetics, and whatnot. And that was his thing, was like, I don't want to do what everyone else did, where it's, a guy gets bit, turns into a wolf. He's like, I wanted to do something different, which is, an infection where, like, you're seeing someone, like, if they caught the flu, like, how does your body react? You get a fever, maybe you get a rash. Like, we wanted to do something different. Like, this is an infection. So you're watching someone deal with that infection, not just turning into a wolf. So, I'm very curious how he's handling it.
I'm so excited. Like, the Wolfman is my favorite of the classic monster movies.
That's fair.
And
Do you think they're gonna retry to do the Mummy again?
No,
not that aspect. I think we'll get. So which ones do we have already? We have the Invisible Man. Oh, I can't speak tonight.
and then the Wolfman.
Okay, so we only have the two. Yeah. So I think we'll get a Frankenstein movie of more modern origin.
Wait, there is a There is a Frankenstein coming, isn't there?
Is there?
I could have sworn there was one that it's at least being worked on right now.
Frankenstein. I think we'll get not a mummy-esque, or not a mummy movie, but a mummy-esque movie. But it will be a Swamp Thing movie. In the Swamp Thing movie will be their first Hunter movie, where we'll get our Hoss Delgado character, as it were, our Van Helsing, kind of thing. And then from there, I think it may expand to, but I don't think we'll actually get like a globetrotting thing. I think like that will be the only hunting movie. And from there, we'll get a Dracula movie. It's going to be hard to beat Nosferatu, but... and then from there, we may actually get a mummy movie, but it will be much more of a modern time.
Okay, upcoming films. This is Blumhouse. People who made The Invisible Man, Megan, Insidious.
I know who Blumhouse is. Continue.
I'm saying for the audience.
The audience knows who Blumhouse is too. It's who John Carpenter used to use. So
yeah. And by the way, Lee Winnell, he's the guy who made Saw.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So, in January 17th, 2025, we're having Wolfman.
Yes.
Not the Wolfman, just Wolfman.
Yes.
We're having... I'm just trying to see if this one's a... There's... No. That's a fun new premise, though. We're having Megan 2.0 coming up.
Yep,
I did see that they were doing that, yeah.
Is Megan like the Frankenstein? Because she's not really human. Kind of made of parts. Could you make an argument for that? Why is that movie scary, by the way? I've never seen it. Like, does she kill people?
Megan, yes.
Okay.
Megan is the remake for Child's Play when they made it an AI into a doll body that goes rogue. It's just that idea, but done way better than what Child's Play tried to do.
So here's a good way to. Also, the scene makes it better. Mike, imagine if Heather and I died in a horrible car accident, and then you had to take care of Orion.
Oh yeah, okay.
But then you had no idea how to communicate with a child.
All right, yeah, that makes sense.
Like that's our protagonist is that ant.
Okay.
Yeah, but like she literally has toys on a shelf, and the kid goes to touch it. She's like, "No, these are collectibles. You don't touch these." So she uses her like prototype. She has a prototype doll that's got to go to market, but she needs to test it. So she gives it to the niece there, and is like, it like learns about you, and it will like become your best friend, and it's like a way to be I don't know how to communicate with a kid, but like this will help me with that.
Why does she go and kill people then?
Because because the AI ends up learning way too fast and takes its programming literally when she tells it that it's to protect her and look after her.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay,
yeah. So then it goes a little too heavy on doing that.
Not necessarily scary movie, just
there's a great dance.
I've seen the dance scene.
2.0 I heard was coming though.
Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
Yeah.
Soulmate with an 8 in the mate as the A, which is a spin-off to Megan.
I didn't know
get
about
romantic
that.
AI.
There's going to be a 2026 Exorcist movie.
Don't care about that.
Please stop making Exorcist movies. As a lover of horror, please stop. They haven't been good.
You know what I'd like to see instead of an Exorcist is just flip the script and we do an Exorcist movie. That'd be fun as shit.
And then in 20...
Anthony didn't laugh at my Addercist joke, and it made me very uncomfortable. Anthony needed to lift up my Addercist joke.
I get it. Sorry, I was reading. I can't do two things at once.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
That's right. His brain's broken.
Yeah. Jared, real quick, do you know what an Addercist is, right? Either one of you?
I'm going to say yes.
It's fine if you don't.
No, Mike, what is it?
No, Anthony, you really know?
No.
Oh, an Addercist is the exact opposite of an exorcist, where like a priest actually helps a demon and a person live cohabitatively. Like, yeah, it's meant to.
Sounds so sweet.
Okay, I thought it was like just.
No, it's not just me
Okay.
being an asshole. It's an actual thing. You have an exorcist and an addercist, and the addercist helps the demon and the person cohabitate and live together, or in some instances allow the demon to take over completely. So I think that would be a much more interesting movie than we're going to expel another demon and her head's going to spin around. She's going to vomit.
Anyway,
in
I agree though.
2026, April 17th, 2026, we are having the Mummy.
Oh, so there is going to be a mummy. Okay.
God damn it.
I could have swore there was a Frankenstein being worked on, or maybe that was just something that was supposed to. They didn't, but
I mean, if maybe the mummy dies, we can use the parts to make a Frankenstein.
Well, they had planned, but the Mummy did so bad that it broke.
okay.
Yeah.
That
Have you
makes
never
sense.
seen the photo of the Dark Universe? Yes, I have.
Oh yeah, I remember the failed fucking harder than the Sony verse that they tried.
And the fucking the photo where they're all
It's
clearly
fucking dumb.
photoshopped in that none of them were in the same place at the same time.
Yes. Yes. Scream 7 also went into production. Saw an update about that. As much as I love that franchise, I'm still very fucking on the fence for this movie. And I'm sorry to anyone else out there who is excited for it and you want to yell at me. I've been in love with the franchise since I was a fucking 4 or 5 years old, but this one I am very much not fully on board with. But that was another update there, as that one finally went into productions.
What was it? I spaced out for a second.
Scream 7 finally went into productions.
My brain spaced out for 1 second, and it was exactly when you said the title, and it came back in.
And for everyone at home, I've said it before, and I'll say it again, it is only because we will not get an actual fucking conclusion to what the first 2 of this fucking thing did, because nobody's fucking coming back from 5 and 6. So what the fuck is the point of it? I hate it.
Maybe they shouldn't be pieces of shit.
Everybody fucking quit. Fucking Barrera got fired because of her statements about the Middle East conflict, and then Jenny Ortega was like, well, she's not coming back, I'm not coming back. And then everyone was like, well, if they're not coming back, we're not coming back. And I was like, just fucking don't make another one then, because you're not going to finish the fucking story that was started here. Anyway. Continue on. Was there anything else? Is there anything else in the...
Oh my god, Jenna Ortega's in Iron Man 3.
Yeah, she's one of the little kids.
Yeah.
She is, I didn't know that. I just looked at Jenna Ortega and it said, Iron Man. She's one in a wheelchair.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, isn't there a Wednesday season 2 coming, right?
Eventually.
Yeah, eventually.
I mean, I eventually need to get a Netflix again, because there's some things I need to watch. I don't remember what it was though.
Dan.
Maybe Dan to Dan.
I've been watching that.
Oh, you've been watching Dan to Dan?
Yeah. Sergeant Redactor got me into that.
The Svenfer told us we should watch that. We just haven't yet, so.
Dude, is Sergeant Redactor a weeb?
It's starting to sound like
You
Sergeant
have
Redactor
no
being a
idea.
weeb. He's a closet
Really?
weeb.
He watches a lot of anime. He keeps trying to tell me ones to watch, and I'm like, I'm not the person to recommend these to, bud. I watch them once a blue
Has he watched
moon.
all of One Piece? If he hasn't watched all of One Piece, I don't want to hear anything from him.
One Piece.
No, he doesn't watch One Piece or Naruto or any of those. He watches other things, but he said he doesn't like the filler ones, so he doesn't watch One Piece or Naruto or anything
Fuck
like
off.
that.
What a
Yeah,
bitch.
that's his words, not mine.
What a bitch.
Has he watched that time I got reincarnated as a slime?
He does watch those, which I'm just like, why? How are you gonna bitch about One Piece if you're watching those? Like, shut the fuck up.
I fucking love stupid ass long ass titles.
He's
great.
recommended a few of those. He keeps telling
Has
me
he
to watch
recommended
Solo
Bobobo,
Leveling, and I'm
Bobobo?
like, Bobobo?
Bobobo.
No.
Okay.
No, he keeps telling me again. He keeps telling me to watch Solo Leveling, and I haven't done it.
Let's go back to the
What-
old ones. Just do some Ultimate Muscle.
What about? Oh my God, Ultimate Muscle, Kid Muscle.
So,
One of my memories from the show is burned is when he fucking fights the chess guy and steals the pawn off of his back and can only fight by moving one square at a time on the thing. I can't prove that happens. There's Ultimate Muscle isn't recorded anywhere.
it is not.
Like it doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist.
Ultimate Muscle.
You guys know
Oh,
that
and,
Southern California is on fire?
I was just about to say, like, LA's just fucking gone now.
Burnt to the fucking ground.
This is the end was right. It all got taken.
It's just it's.
Look,
I feel bad for those who are affected, except for the multimillionaires. I'm less sympathetic towards them.
That's what I have to say to that. I have a. Go ahead, Jared.
Oh no, you go ahead. You go ahead.
I was just going to say I have a fun side tangent about fires after we've concluded talking about the burning of Southern California.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I don't think there's really anyone to blame other than the person who runs California, who decided like they didn't need as much, fire department and different things that shouldn't have been done when you are literally the focal point of fucking every wildfire that ever happens. But hey, that's neither here nor there.
Fund your local fire department.
You should have, because this is why. Anyway.
That kind of is a nice segue. Do you guys know that fire departments are not technically publicly funded? The equipment is, but a lot of the people are not. And so if you need to call out for a fire department for your house, they can actually charge you money for it.
Yeah.
And a lot of times your homeowner's insurance does have a clause in there that will have an allotment, typically of $500 or $1,000, to help pay for this expense, but you are still responsible for it because they are providing you a service. It is not a public service in the same aspect that police are and things like that. It is very much a police, because fire people aren't always full-time, and when they are, it is much more of a public municipality, but a lot of people have volunteer fire departments, and so if you live in a small town and you have fire, you could get charged quite a bit of money because you have to pay for all those volunteers, while the gear and equipment and trucks could be paid for by the municipality or the city. A lot of times the firefighters are not, and so they have to be compensated somehow because many of them have other jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A lady I work with, her husband has a job and is a fireman.
Yep.
And
Sergeant
like,
Redacted was just a volunteer firefighter.
Yeah,
Didn't help him when he was on fire, but
Well, he tried to fight the fire with his fists.
well, he kind of.
No, he was on fire. There's a difference. He's not a firefighter. He was on fire.
Well, the fire fought him.
Yeah, fire won for a while too.
It
As
did.
far as like the Southern California, yeah, you're right. Support your local fire departments, but in this instance, besides the fact that it was a very rich area, a lot of times the public land is not where the fires start. A lot of times the public land is very well taken care of and maintained. It is the private residences, because I don't know if you guys know this, but there are huge swaths of land that are privately owned and not well maintained, and that is typically where the fires start because they have 145 acres and the fire starts somewhere and it just happens to be, and because nothing's been maintained, the fire just spreads rapidly, which is the case in most of the fires that are happening in Southern California. They started on private land that the public municipalities could not reach, and all they can do is send people like, hey, you need to clean up your stuff or you'll get fined. Multimillionaires don't give a shit about fines. They're not going to pay people to.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see kind of what all plays from this, because there's a larger insurance question at large here that we can get to here in a second.
It especially comes down to if it is found out that this was not, I don't want to say natural fire because that makes it sound like, but
yeah,
like,
it's a lightning strike. Lightning
Yeah.
strikes happen all the time.
yeah,
God
And-
said, "Let it be gone."
Yes, if it's that's kind of what we're going to. It's the act of
But-
God.
there might be a chance that it was started by a person, maybe not purposely, but I would hate to be that person because there's one thing arson is like insurance people are really good at is finding shit out. They're very good. Don't you think of that about insurance, Maverick?
Yeah, right. This is something I said to the group because there's so many people that are insurance illiterate out there, and so this is just going to be my
There's a
corner
lot.
of the internet after working in insurance for 8
6
years
years?
now, 9 years, 8 and 9 years really. I think it's technically 8 this year if I wouldn't have quit and tried to work at a jail for a little while. This one in particular, because there's
Experiences.
probably not, they probably won't be able to find where the fire started because it spread too far. They won't be able to really, even with a cause and origin report and a fire investigator and an arson investigator, chances are they're not going to be able to determine kind of how this fire started or where this fire started. So there won't be any negligence as far as insurance is involved. So there's no real liability aspect unless it comes out somehow that they're able to locate exactly where the fire started and how the fire started, in which case those people's insurance is just going to be bad because they're going to get sued out the wazoo.
They're
for
going to
everything
jail.
they're not going to jail necessarily, but they're going to be fined quite a bit of money.
Multi-millionaires' houses burned down. They're going to jail. Remember how fast they got Luigi?
That's fair, but it's not quite the same. But that's I appreciate your efforts, sir. Not quite the same though. In this aspect, there's a larger insurance question at whole, like we were talking about, and that is the rebuilding. I see a lot on TikTok where like, oh, there's an insurance crisis in California. There's been an insurance crisis in California. It's just not been in Southern California because all the fires in recent memory have happened in Northern California. Well, guess what? All of Northern California is already burnt to the ground, so there's no more fires to be had in Northern California, and so they headed south. I'm seeing a lot of things where on TikTok people are like, oh, and our home insurance is canceled or non-renewed. That's not typically how that works. Typically you get the non-renewal notice 3 months in advance. If you have really shitty insurance, they may cancel you for whatever reason, in which case you have probable cause to probably take them to court. But it's one of those things where, much like in Florida, the cost of living over fraud is becoming too much. And so because, again, working insurance, and Anthony can attest to this too, Unrefney can attest to this too, yeah, it's hard to get insurance in California. It's very expensive, but the cost to rebuild shit out there is also super expensive. So if you thought that your insurance was going to be high as of last renewal in California, I got news for you, because those insurance companies have to make up for the money that they are going to pay out for this wildfire. A lot of them, I'm boring the guys to death. They're going to fall asleep on me.
I
get you.
I want to interject, but I'm letting you
Yeah.
continue.
Yeah, like the insurance companies have to make up for that money that they are going to lose and pay out to not this. And then I would very carefully check your policy, because there are going to be exclusions that are going to start applying within California and Florida for hurricanes and wildfires and things like that. So it's a good conversation to have with your local agent, or calling them directly to see kind of what the coverages are. I just want to let everyone know your agents don't always know exactly what your policy entails. They are not trained to read policies. They are trained to sell policies, kiss babies, and shake hands. And sometimes the only way to know if something is covered is to either hire a public adjuster or file a claim. So
It was good information for everyone to fucking know.
Is also, insurance companies are not allowed to cancel your insurance mid-crisis.
yeah,
They're not even allowed to adjust your insurance. Like, you can't have a fire going on and be like, yeah, I want to add fire insurance. The company will tell you no.
Yeah, and and a lot of times there is a moratorium is what it's called, a stay of policies where no changes can be made from basically when a catastrophe is called until the catastrophe is cleared. Like you can't update your policy and things like that. So you can't be like, oh, there might be a wildfire, so I'm going to try to increase my insurance by 100%. So in case something happens, it's not fraud, but it's not allowed. So
Yeah, the insurance companies don't like it, so they don't let it happen.
yeah, there's a moratorium pause. But yeah, so
And then as well, like I can attest from working with notices of cancellation or other bills. There are some insurance companies that they will make you pay a double month for your first month just to make sure that you're not make sure that you're going to be able to do stuff.
Yep.
And those were all California.
Yeah.
And so these are not cheap policies, and they were like thousands of dollars people had to pay for insurance. So my advice, and I'm not saying this as like you need to get out of there because it's too lockdown. Move out of California.
Yeah, no, just get the fuck out.
You don't get paid enough to live there.
No, and that's
go to Wyoming. There's no one there.
That's the issue. Is like all these houses. There's already a housing crisis and a supply shortage. Like these people aren't going to be able to rebuild these houses for years on end. So you're better off just getting a camper or a modular home. Honestly,
move to Ohio.
Get a big camper van. Get a big camper van. You're better off doing a camper van. Work from anywhere.
Yeah.
Hey, there you go. Yeah, no, the California is just kind of, I mean, it's cooked. It's a lot of it is just burnt to shit now.
The thing is, fires in California happen every year. This is someone who, I lived in California. I lived in Southern California, so we didn't have to deal with them.
Well, until now.
Until now.
Well, yeah, there was no roaring hills with trees and brush and shit. I lived in the flat sand. There's nothing to burn.
Yep.
But like, if you know these fires are gonna happen, they're gonna happen. It happens. They've been worse lately because climate change.
Yep.
We know.
Don't you know that's a fake hoax? That is.
James was broke down in tears. If he can believe now, anyone can.
Do you think it's because Jimmy Carter died?
Yes.
He fucking took it with. You guys know that no mail went out yesterday?
Yeah, Sergeant Redacted had the day off because it was his burial.
Yeah. The federal observation. Yes.
Yes, when the president dies, his funeral is considered a holiday for that day as they go through the ceremonies. And I learned about that because of Sergeant Redacted.
We should start just doing that. Just add them every time one kicks off, you get another holiday. What happened? It was the 57th president. He joined the office and got immediately executed because the guy wanted the day off.
Jesus Christ. Don't put ideas out there on Ruffney. Don't put ideas into people's heads.
Kill the billionaire CEOs. Kill the billionaire CEOs. Kill the billionaire. Need a Mario for the Luigi.
Eat the rich.
Do you think Waluigi's like,
yes, you've been denied?
Wow.
Batman's. I'm not gonna.
He is a hero. He is jail.
He's now considered a terrorist. Isn't that fun?
We have different ideas of fun, Jared, but sure.
I get told that a lot.
Is that what the locals are telling you?
Sergeant Redacted tells me that all the time when he tells me about some of the stuff at work, and I'm like, that's fun. And he's like, we have different ideas of fun. No, it's like, when I say that, I don't mean it's actually fun. So, no, but did you, speaking of that real quick, did you happen to see the, for his trial and whatnot, they were saying that anyone who, like, agreed with him was also going to be considered a terrorist? It's probably
Man,
the
a whole nation of
dumbest
terrorists.
shit. Yeah, that's what everybody was saying. Like, so everyone's considered a terrorist then? Because there was almost nobody who was not sympathetic for the man. So what are you trying to say?
There's no way this guy can get tried.
Nobody's
Not
gonna
enough fair.
fucking... Yeah.
There will always be a hung jury with this guy. Because the question is going to be, have you ever dealt with insurance before? You ever had an insurance bill that you couldn't pay? Well, can't. He said yeah, so we have to kick him off the jury.
Killed my grandfather.
It's gonna take years to get a jury who will lie and say that they don't have any issue with insurance. Years.
Yeah, I don't know how all that will proceed or how they're gonna go about anything.
Yeah. We need to find a lawyer friend. Jared, this is gonna be on you.
I'm not smart enough for that, nor could I find anyone.
I said lawyer friend. Find a friend, not be one.
Yeah, again, I'm not smart enough for that crowd. I can be charismatic and make friends with people, but like I'm just not smart enough for that crowd.
Well, all of IT
not
are furries, so you just gotta find the right group. What are lawyers?
What are you trying to say?
They're all...
What are you trying to say?
Aw, you guys.
Who died?
Dale Wilson. He's the voice of Cell and Kami.
Oh
and
no!
the Ox King, who is the gates of heaven. Whatever. I don't think it's actually the Ox King, but that guy. Yeah, he died.
Oh,
I know.
sad.
It's so upsetting.
The fuck?
He was 74, so like.
But he lived a good life.
He lived a life.
I'm about to say, is that a good life? I don't know nowadays.
It's not a bad life.
Better than some
Listen,
people.
I don't really want to live past that. I won't be able to retire till I'm about 70. So if I get 8 good years of me just sleeping in every day, I'm fine with that.
Mike, I'll let you know where my key is for my gun.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you. It's just a set of keys.
Yep.
What if these? This could be my new fucking threat. This is like, why do I have a set of key lock keys?
Oh,
You'll know
Jesus
why.
fucking Christ.
Also, did you guys see the Enron egg? Did you guys see that?
Funniest shit.
I fucking died laughing. People fucking thinking this shit is serious has me rolling. Do you know what the Enron egg is, Anthony?
I don't.
So there's a big convention that Enron put on, right? And it's to introduce their new products and everything. It's much like anything. They introduced the Enron egg, which is an in-home nuclear reactor or nuclear powered. So like, and it's like the size of a car engine, and people thought it was fucking real. It's not. Like, it's like they're like, yeah, this thing can power your home for 10 years off grid. And
you
people
carry
thought
it with
was
you. The
real,
kids can plug into it and have fun on the
It's
road.
not. It's just fucking stupid.
People know
really thought it was real.
that nuclear energy is steam power, right?
Yes, it's steam power.
Like, that's how nuclear energy works. It's steam power, not the heat from the fucking. You don't put tubes in there.
Yep. You can't just plug in your iPhone and hope to God it works.
Sure.
I got the randomest ad ever. You guys want a 2004 Scooby-Doo 2 Evil Mask figure Scott McNeil autograph card?
No, I'm okay.
Maybe I do.
$30.
All right, I'll send it to you.
If you want Sarah Michelle Gellar, it's $129.
She's in the Dexter prequel series, which I went back and tried rewatching. I had to skip ahead. I couldn't do episode 1. I had to skip ahead, and then now I'm like, okay, it's all right. Now that I just got past like shit that was shown before, like I'm all right. But she's in there. She plays like the forensic person who's like training Dexter basically. But when I saw her, I was like, is that who the fuck I think it is? And I had to look it up. I'm like, oh, fuck, it is who I thought it was.
Man.
They also
hope
have
that
Christian Slater as his dad.
Christian Slater?
Yeah, he plays Dexter's dad in this. He looks nothing like the original person. Which...
Christian Slater.
Yes. Yes.
That's such a weird fucking... Man, I really hope that Dexter kid, like, nothing bad ever happens to him.
Yeah, I hope he doesn't, turn out to be a horrible murderer or anything.
Nah, the worst can't. Nah, that'll be fine.
Yeah, I don't know. I skipped ahead. I've started watching it, and now I'm like, okay, it's meh. It's meh.
Yeah.
I'm more curious for the other series they'll do, but we'll see if I even get that far. We'll see. I don't enjoy it as much as the first two, but whatever. Anything else that anybody has to add before we'll add in here?
No, I don't think I have anything.
No, I think I'm good.
Say I'm painting, and I got the original Mortarian model.
So tiny. So
Yeah,
little bitty.
It's very tiny.
That is very tiny.
Same dude.
Yeah, that thing's tiny as hell. God damn.
Yeah. It's very wee, but I wanted it because I'm a fucking...
Oh, and are you enjoying the paints that I bestowed upon you? Have they helped at all?
Yes, there are some good paints, except for the one that exploded into my face. That one was...
Well...
But I'm very much enjoying... I don't... camera's up here.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to really...
This is like a nice green. I'm using like these blue colors. These came from you.
Yeah, well, I'm glad they're of use for you then.
Yeah.
Fuck.
No, I'm definitely enjoying it. I'm not going to paint tonight because I am tired, and I'm going to help with the kid because sleep regression is a thing.
Well, folks, you can follow us at Oddcast and on Twitter. Follow us Oddcast Network on Instagram or Facebook. And we also have Oddcast Network over on YouTube, where you can go watch the Sly Cooper 2 playthrough. And there's some other things I'm going to be putting up there when I decide to do those. I have some other games I'm also going to do.
Do we have a Blue Sky yet?
No, I didn't make a Blue Sky. I'm seeing people are kind of back and forth with it, so I'm like, I'll wait to see if anything actually happens with it, but...
I did, and I deleted Twitter the other day, guys, so I will not be on Twitter. It's for the next... This is nothing against anyone. For the next 4 years, I will not use Twitter. My algorithm...
Okay.
Listen, because I got into the election, my algorithm will never be unfucked from that. So for the next 4 years, I just have to be off of Twitter. So I will still send shit to Jokey Pants for our TikToks until that's banned eventually, and then God only knows where we'll be from there. So fucking Lemonade and Instagram is where we'll be.
Yeah, we are on TikTok at the moment, at What an Oddcast. So you can go there, get clips of things too. But yeah, there's by the time this comes out, there'll be 2 parts of Sly Cooper on our YouTube. And then, yeah, like I said, I'll play through that. I got Jackass the game that I plan on doing. I just have to fix the disc a little bit. It didn't quite want to work properly, so I just got to work with that. And I got some other things that are random that I'll go through eventually. So
You should get Tony Hawk's on the Ground too.
I'd have to find it for like a decent price. Is the problem there? All right, I have tons of PS2 games in my black case. It's just some things you just have to try to find, and sometimes their price that they want is just I'm not paying that much.
Yeah, you might have to wait until you get.
Yeah, no.
Wow, that's really creepy. How I open up eBay, type in TO, and it says Tony Hawk's on the Ground 2 PS2.
Oh, because it's very popular. It's one of the most popular fucking PS2 games. It inspired a generation. All right, so it's a very popular game. But yeah, go follow us on all those. I know that there's some people who've been going to the YouTube and checking that out, so I appreciate you.
Oh, yeah.
Those of you who have.
YouTube as well.
You're welcome.
not including the people in this room.
Don't put that juju on. That's like,
Hey, I watch our stuff every now and then. Dude, the cats video. I can't tell you how many of those views are me listening to my own shit.
I haven't. I don't even think I follow us on YouTube, if I'm being honest. So
That's because you don't understand the synchronicities of.
You can't really see, but the bar
He's
is
trying
not
to
all the
show
way
us.
there. You can kind of see how the bar is a little shade.
No, we can't. No, we can't. Because it's not going to work the way you want it to.
See how it's a little dark in the front and white. That's me mid-watching my cat's thing again.
I don't think that
You have
we
problems.
can use those words.
I'm 10 minutes in.
I know.
Anything else to add for this outro there, gentlemen?
No, not today. No.
All right. Well, everyone stay odd, stay happy. We'll catch you on the next one. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.